Greetings and salutations. Today we'll be covering a mystery that comes straight out of the 1960s. A tale that unfolded and would grip the nation in a shroud of mystery. Michael Rockefeller, the scion of the illustrious Standard Oil fortune, embarked on an expedition to the remote corners of New Guinea, only to vanish without a trace just off the coast of Papua New Guinea. Initially declared a tragic drowning incident, the official narrative painted a picture of misfortune at sea. However, as the pages of time carried on, a perplexing chapter turned. Whispers of a more macabre truth began to emerge. Some speculated that Rockefeller's fate transcended the realm of conventional tragedy and delved into the chilling territory of cannibalism. The nation, captivated by the sensational disappearance, bore witness to a historic manhunt that sought to unearth the secrets concealed by the unforgiving landscape of New Guinea. Yet despite the efforts of one of the wealthiest families on earth, the story of Michael Rockefeller's demise remained veiled in an unsettling cloak of uncertainty. Investigators would eventually peel back the layers of this haunting narrative and find a tapestry of gruesome theories and unsettling possibilities. The waters that claimed Rockefeller's life now echoed with whispers of a more sinister conclusion, one that hinted at a fate more harrowing than the initial drowning verdict would suggest. In the dim light of historical hindsight, the true nature of Michael Rockefeller's death has been unveiled, casting a chilling pall over the once accepted narrative. The Standard Oil scion's journey had become a cryptic enigma, leaving behind a legacy entwined with wealth, exploration, and the darkness that lurked just beneath the surface of the ostensibly serene waters. In the annals of aristocratic adventure, Michael Clark Rockefeller, the scion of the illustrious Rockefeller dynasty, set sail on a voyage that would entwine his fate with the untamed realms and the discovery of primitive art, along with unknown and unexplored frontiers. Born in 1938 to New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller, he emerged as the newest scion of the millionaire dynasty, forged by his illustrious grandfather, John D. Rockefeller. Expected to steward the family's vast business empire, Michael desired a different course. As a graduate of Harvard in 1960, he would eschew the corporate boardrooms envisioned by his father in favor of more thrilling pursuits. A connoisseur of the arts, inspired by exhibits of his father's museum of primitive art, Michael found solace in the allure of non-Western art, particularly that of indigenous peoples. Amidst the relics of Nigerian, Aztec, and Mayan cultures, a passion was ignited within him. His father's museum became a canvas upon which Michael sought to paint his own legacy. Collaborating with Carl H. Heldler, a Harvard graduate student of anthropology, Michael envisioned a groundbreaking expedition that would transcend the ordinary and mark him much like the explorers of old. He wanted to do something that hadn't been done before, and to bring a major collection to New York City, recalled Heldler of Michael's ambitious aspirations. Already well-traveled, having lived in Japan and Venezuela for extended periods, Michael hungered for a new frontier, his gaze fixated upon Dutch New Guinea, a vast island off the coast of Australia, known for the enigmatic Asmat people. In collaboration with the Dutch National Museum of Ethnology, Michael set out on a scouring mission to this distant realm, his objective to procure artistry from the Asmat people, adding a touch of the exotic to his father's museum. Little did he know that his journey, fueled by artistic passion and anthropological curiosity, would lead him into the heart of an unsolved mystery. Shrouded in the midst of Dutch New Guinea, as the vessel cut through the uncharted waters, Michael Rockefeller set sail towards the unknown, seeking to unearth artistic treasures that awaited him. Little did he or anybody else on the ship know that the canvas of adventure he painted would soon be dubbed with hues of enigma, intrigue, and a forever altering narrative that would all but tear down the Rockefeller legacy. The voyage had begun and the mysteries beckoned, waving a tale of ambition, exploration, and the cryptic shadows that lurked beneath the surface of a seemingly idyllic expedition. As time went on, investigations into the mysterious odyssey of Michael Rockefeller would deepen. Investigators would venture into unexplored territories in search for information from the Asmat people, This would be a journey that would become a crossroads of cultural collision and enigmatic encounters. By the 1960s, the Dutch colonial authorities and missionaries had already established a presence on the island. But for many Asmat individuals, the arrival of Michael and his team marked an unexpected and unprecedented encounter with mysterious white strangers from across the sea. In the heart of the village of Oostenjep, a major Asmat community, curiosity would mingle with skepticism as the locals beheld the spectacle of the outsiders. Isolated from the world, the Asmat viewed the land beyond their island as inhabited by spirits. To them, the arrival of the white beings was akin to an encounter with supernatural entities. Or at least that's what some records show. Michael Rockefeller, undeterred by the cautious reception, led his team of researchers and documentarians into the uncharted territory. The Asmat people permitted photographic documentation, yet they withheld access to their cultural treasures, particularly the besige poles, intricately carved wooden pillars which were integral to Asmat rituals and religious practices. Despite their cultural barriers, Michael saw in the Asmat people a captivating deviation from Western norms. He recognized the opportunity to bridge the gap between their world and his own, a sentiment echoed in his diary, where he described the Asmat as wild and from a more remote country than I have ever seen before. As the layers of the Asmat society unraveled before him, Michael delved into their complexities and explored the entirety of their existence, including the war between villages, which was a common thread noted by Michael in his diaries, with the Asmat warriors being known to take the heads of their foes and consume their flesh. Ritualistic practices and bonding rites that included the consumption of each other's urine. The initial scouting mission concluded with Michael Rockefeller being fueled by a newfound energy. In his diary, he articulated an ambitious plan to conduct a detailed anthropological study of the Asmat people, aspiring to unveil intricacies of their culture which he had as of yet not been able to fully explore. His vision extended to curating a collection of Asmat art for display at his father's museum, a testament to his commitment to bringing the enigmatic world of the Asmat to the forefront of Western understanding. The journey into the heart of the Asmat unfolded in a mosaic of cultural clash, forbidden rituals, and the relentless pursuit of understanding that seemed to become an obsession for Michael. As the shadows of the unknown deepened around him, Michael Rockefeller's aspirations to illuminate the mysteries of this secluded realm paved the way for many investigators who would come to attempt to find information on his tragic fate. The intersections of cultural exploration and the haunting enigma of the disappearance became paramount. It would be on the fateful day of November 19th, 1961, as their boat approached Oostenjep, that an unforeseen squall unleashed chaos upon the waters. Cross currents roiled and the vessel succumbed, capsizing with Michael and Wassing desperately clinging onto the overturned hull. Despite being 12 miles from the shore, Michael displayed an unwavering resolve. As he uttered to the anthropologist, "I think I can make it," before he plunged into the tumultuous waters. The unforgiving embrace of the sea accepted Michael as he vanished, leaving behind only the echoes of his final words. Rich and politically connected, his family spared no expense in the relentless pursuit to uncover the truth. Ships, airplanes, and helicopters scoured the region as searchlights pierced the shadows in an attempt to find Michael or any sign of his fate. Nelson Rockefeller, accompanied by his wife, traveled the vast expanse of New Guinea, joining the desperate quest to find their lost son. Despite the exhaustive efforts, after 9 agonizing days, the Dutch Interior Minister delivered a somber pronouncement. There is no longer any hope for finding Michael Rockefeller alive. Though hope lingered in the hearts of the Rockefellers, a palpable sense of despair enveloped the island. 2 weeks later, the Dutch, in a reluctant admission of defeat, called off the search altogether. Michael Rockefeller's official cause of death was a chilling declaration of a watery demise. He drowned. The media seized upon the perplexing narrative, waving a tapestry of rumors that traversed the realms of speculation. Whispers echoed throughout tabloids and newspapers, suggesting that sharks claimed him during his ill-fated swim, while others entertained the notion that Michael, seeking refuge in the jungles of New Guinea, became a fugitive from the opulence of his family's legacy. Amidst the cacophony of conjecture, the Dutch authorities maintained a stoic silence, unable or unwilling to dispel the cloud of uncertainty that had shrouded Michael's disappearance. He had vanished without a trace, leaving behind a legacy steeped in mystery, and the waters off the coast of New Guinea harbored secrets that seemed to elude the grasp of those who sought to unravel them. The chilling echoes of Michael Rockefeller's final journey did reverberate throughout the corridors of the unsolved, as a riddle entangled in the enigmatic depths of the sea. As investigators would delve deeper into this enigma, new chapters would emerge. Chapters based on conjecture, casting a new light on this cold case, now reopened. In 2014, an individual by the name of Carl Hoffman, a seasoned reporter for National Geographic, unveiled a narrative that would shake the foundations of the official account in his book, Savage Harvest, a tale of cannibals, colonialism, and Michael Rockefeller's tragic quest for primitive art. Hoffman's revelations shed light on a clandestine aspect of the Netherlands' inquiries, suggesting that evidence pointed to the Asmat's involvement in the fate of Michael Rockefeller. Two Dutch missionaries immersed in the Asmat culture and fluent in their language conveyed to authorities that members of the Asmat community had confessed to killing Michael Rockefeller. In a chilling turn of events, the police officer assigned to investigate this heinous crime, Wim Bendewal, arrived at the same disconcerting conclusion. His inquiry unearthed a bone-chilling artifact, a skull purportedly belonging to Michael Rockefeller, presented by the Asmats themselves. Shockingly, these damning reports were systematically relegated to classified files, their contents left unexplored, and their implications buried deep within the records. The Rockefellers, grieving and desperate for answers, were shielded from the unsettling truth, as authorities assured them that rumors of their son's demise at the hands of the native population held no substance. And now the chilling question of why were these accounts suppressed stands. However, we are given clues, such as are found in the chilling corridors of political strategy. This is in part due to, by 1962, the Dutch having relinquished half the island to the emerging state of Indonesia, while being faced with the specter of losing control over the native population. The authorities would appear to seek to hide any upheaval in a cloak of silence, for the fear of being swiftly ousted from their remaining territories, being the origin of what fueled their decision to suppress the unsettling stories that hinted to an inability to rein in the violence that seemed to derive from the Asmat people. Through Hoffman's journey, he was led to the Onsept and the very heart of the Asmat people, where he would assume the role of a journalist, looking to depict the cultural tapestry of the tribe. There were whispers which were overheard by his interpreter, in particular a clandestine conversation which set a directive not to discuss the American tourist who met his demise there. Urged by Hoffman, the interpreter unveiled a shocking revelation. The fallen tourist was none other than Michael Rockefeller, and it appeared this was an open secret on the island, and that the Asmat were complicit in the death of the man. As Hoffman delved deeper, he unraveled the threads of reprisal deeply rooted in the violent history of the Asmat. In 1957, a massacre occurred between two tribes of Asmat, the Onsept village and the Omdeps village. This claimed dozens of lives in the bloody conflict, and the Dutch colonial government, seeking to quell the violence, attempted to disarm the Odstemp tribe, resulting in a tragic misunderstanding. The Dutch, unfamiliar with the cultural nuances, opened fire on the tribe, killing 4 of their war leaders. It was against this backdrop of historical grievances that Michael Rockefeller would have found himself in the crosshairs of the Odstemp tribesmen. Initially mistaken for a crocodile, his true identity, Tuan, a white man akin to the Dutch colonizers, became apparent as he approached the shore. Unfortunately for Michael, the men he encountered were just the sons of those slain by the Dutch, who harbored a deep-seated vendetta. In a grisly act of retribution, Michael was supposedly speared and killed, his head severed and his skull cleaved as his brain was consumed. The remnants of his flesh were cooked and devoured. His thigh bones were fashioned into daggers, and his tibias transformed into fishing spears. The blood that flowed was not just a macabre spectacle, but a part of a ritualistic dance, as the tribesmen believed they were restoring balance to the world. The people of the Utstemp, guided by their theology, saw Michael's death as a cosmic reckoning. The tribe of white man had taken from them, and now by consuming his body, they had sought to absorb the energy and the power that had unjustly been stripped away. The gruesome details, buried for decades, were a testament to the darkness that enveloped Michael Rockefeller's final moments. In the shadow of these revelations, the investigation would peer into the motivations, rituals, and ancient grudges which led to Michael's demise. Burying the secrets of Michael Rockefeller's death became an integral part of the government's plan. At least that's what this theory assumes. In the tapestry of the tangled tales woven throughout this discourse, we uncovered the unsolved mysteries of Michael Rockefeller's tumultuous expedition, from the shadowy shores of Dutch New Guinea to the riveting revelations of retribution. We traverse treacherous terrain. The tale unfolds with a torrent of terms, tragic, turbulent, and tantalizing. As we delve into the depths of his disappearance, the investigation's intricate interplay between cultural clashes, colonial complexities, and cannibalistic customs paints a picture of a predicament whose peculiarities had gone awry, anchored in ancient animosities. In the labyrinth of the linguistic exploration, we've dissected the enigmatic events surrounding Michael Rockefeller's demise, the clandestine cannibalistic chronicles, the suppressed stories, and geopolitical gambits cast an eerie echo on this tale. As the curtains close on this investigation, the enigma endures, as the theories are only an elusive entry echoing throughout the echelons of unsolved mysteries, where the abysmal abstract and ambiguity amalgamate, leaving lingering questions in their wake. If you remained with me until the end, I thank you, and I do hope you stay tuned and subscribe for more content.